Hello, my name is Russell Scott from scottcarvings.com. We're still up here in the woods, and while we're doing, let's do a gnome. This time, Lynn has produced, before I flipped it, I already did flip it over, and it's like, this is a gnome woman. She's going to be a gnome witch. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what those are. They are quite busty, as a matter of fact, the gnomes. She has already made a gnome winch before. We're going to try another one here. And then she also made gnome pilgrims also. She's trying to correct me and say that she didn't, but she did. And we are in the north woods of Minnesota, so therefore we've got gnomes all about. They're here. Yeah, but have you ever seen them? Yeah, but have you ever seen $1 million? I don't know. Anyways, better not say because most of you probably have. Anyways, let's see. It's just a simple, well, it's not simple. The big thing is, well, other than her bosoms there, is holding a flask of some kind. We got ourselves a little pigtails going on here. So let's just dig in and see what we can do. Again, you got the cutout patterns for this, and you'll have to move along. And oh, just heard something just directly behind me. Getting spooked. Not so much getting spooked in that it could be something nasty, but something like I like to get my camera on. You know, like some birds around here. Yeah, it did rain a little bit yesterday, so it's a little bit moist here. And the sun is hid from, well, not only the tall trees, we get some nice tall trees. Matter of fact, we just finished taking a picture. Lynn took a picture of me sitting and carving, and you see all the nice tall trees behind. Pine trees. So let's get on and get in here. Where to begin? I'm thinking this might be part of the problem here, and then so this will be part of the problem along with the head is number 2, but I want to relatively commit to the hat. I want to bring it down just a little bit from her mark. Uh-oh, Lynn sees an eagle, which is very common along here actually. And so anyways, you know, I have not seen an eagle yet so far at this trip. I have many other times. Okay, now that we've kind of committed to the hat a little bit, let's start taking. Again, you will have the pattern, or pattern, as the people from Boston would say when they parked the car in the Harvard Yard. I'm originally taking just a little bit off to help define the hat just a bit, but things are going to get carved on quite a bit. I mean, she's got I wish she had enough room for some feet, but this is like one of her, I always call them half Santas, and people love them. So half gnome. So I want to start to, so this is going to be a woman's face now. This is going to be the fun part. This is going to be das female face. Let's give her a shot. Now excuse me, in order to help us out here, in perspective. Now the hatch is going to be a witch. There's going to be just a little bit of a brim, but it's a little brim, but the gnome, of course, has that red pointy top. This is going to be a black top, but just a little rim to give you the flavor of witch carving. And I do not, when I carve witches and stuff like that, I do not carve the, the haggard looking, terrible looking witch. She's today's, see on Halloween, young witch and a young, well, I would say some of them are kind of in a sexy witch outfit, but she's not particularly sexy, but she's not particularly an old hag either. So I'm just getting started here. And so there's going to be a lot of poetic license on this as far as how this is going to look. So this is not going to be overly realistic, but I'm going to aim for a semi-overly, an almost realistic face. The exception is it's going to be larger. Usually when I carve women's faces and I would say caricature faces, is that even though I like to carve a beautiful face, the thing is that it's larger. So it's semi-caricature. Now, I got to do something about these here. Let's take the pencil and kind of give it a little feel here. I am going to have to assume, with the exception, like she said, she wants a bottle here, a flask. I wanted to use all of it. Oh, don't make it look like something that it isn't supposed to be. It's a flask. Let's do this. It's kind of starting to look like something else. And now she's got it, but the thing is the problem with that, it just occurred to me now that I was thinking about, being a flask. Now her hand is going to cover a chunk of the bottle. Just want to make sure that you see that it's a bottle and not something else that she's holding on to. See, we got some issues here. So we'll have to come by that. Well, I guess when she when she paints that, I guess she wants to put the word potion on there, and there's potion or poison. But let's do this to make sure it's a bottle and nothing else. So that's going to be kind of difficult. Now, along with this, I'm going to have to say it'll be about here. Now, like I said, she is supposed to be busty in the first place. Yeah, Minnesota North Woods. I don't know. They get. I was gonna say they drink a lot of cow's milk, but I don't know. We got a lot of dairy up here, like just about everywhere else. Got a fly buzzing around. I think you can hear it. No, it's right on you. Yeah, it is a fly. I just want to make sure it isn't a bee. So I want to work with this. Just so this is something that I have to work with. One thing about being away from home and coming up with ideas and stuff. Well, we do have the internet, but not how, well, in the woods too. We're modern, but I'll probably come back to you about how it should all look and all. And I want to still keep a lot of this, but not all of it. Of course, you got the pattern, so you're way step way a couple steps ahead of me. And by the way, am I still in? Yep, and I'm still recording. I still take more of the top off because I still want there. I think a little bit. I think we can start working with that. We still want to make it round and come in. Yep. She's a busty one. If you look at all the Nome pictures, I mean, there's a book out there with a lot of illustrations, and they are quite busty. Yeah, I hope that, what is it? I hope that a cricket or a grasshopper isn't bothering you. It's a high pitch chatter. I'm gonna block this off here, just for the sake of blocking. I'm hearing people out in the distance. I mean, there's like nobody. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. Now the bustiness of the Nome, I mean, it just comes up like this. I mean, it doesn't, like she ain't an old witch that's it's hanging down. It's like she's got watermelons there. I mean, they're not soggy. And so if I just kind of a little bit of this, that's why she better make sure that the audience knows that that is a a bottle, because you've got a busty woman with something that looks like that. I think we'll make sure that gets fixed at the paint table. Oh, there, the new one is starting to come out. Just a little bit of a turn for the neck. Yeah, we're just not making this up. This is pictures of busty Nome women. Oh, Lynn is, what is she doing? Oh, she's going into a, she's had enough of the sun. She's going to a place that's shaded. She's going to go all the way on the other end there. Yep. In fact, I was planning to go there, but I like this better. Oh, The bicyclist is coming by. Now, again, there's still much more, let's say, roundness. But, oh, I gotta wait till she comes out. Hello. Oh, there's bicyclist number 2. Oh, they know each other, okay. Well, she wants the air on for a while. See how this is starting to take shape. And it is interesting, and it's good to have chisels now and again, but once in a while I just like to, most of the time I like to use a knife. I was going to ask her what she had planned for the top. Now she is going to be I mean, they are kind of a lusty group, these gnomes. I mean, not meaning very open about things. She didn't bring the arms back on this one. I gotta wait. When she's done there, and that's what she had planned for the dress. Now she did tell me the dress, as far as going down, she doesn't want it so much as a bell. Excuse me, she wants it straight down. I know that. I know that part. That bee is driving me nuts, or that fly is driving me nuts. I want to come in, because remember the elbow is out. Therefore, we're going to bring our forearm in, just as much as we're going to bring the upper arm back. Oh, shoe fly, you bother me. So, Lynn, what did you have planned for her dress top? Did you want to have a V?
Plan for what?
For the dress top, like a V?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking of making the dress like fall colors, like green and orange. Put orange pumpkins on it, and she was gonna hold a vial of like
She's not getting it.
Wormswort.
Where's the wormswort?
She holds because she's a gnome.
I'm talking about the top of her dress where her boobs are coming out.
Yeah, her dress on top could be.
See, this is what I'm saying. Let's see what she says.
Maybe
she's still going with the colors and that.
Green. The skirt could be green.
She's still not getting it, but
Colors, like dark green.
Now the thing is,
Moss green.
Yeah, we always like to have a brown, sort of a medium brown. It'd be a more of a burnt sienna brown, and sort of a dark green, a leaf or forest green. We don't do gnomes.
Her hair will be gray, I think.
Yeah, we're not going to do gnomes, or we don't do pilgrim's black as much. Maybe for the sake.
Because the sun was beating down, but now we have clouds. I guess I didn't have to move.
Okay, let's do the dress a little bit. Well, I am going to make room for shoes. You can always knock them off. I'm sorry, my pencil marks aren't as straight.
Yeah, the sun was really beating down.
Kind of reminds me of my grandfather. At the end had the shakes, And then he would try to draw something. Okay, and this and then and this and what is that? Looks like some kind of monster mouth or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm liking it, having it very busty like that. I mean, this is nothing really new. I'm going to do the dress here quick. The thing is the head is going to be dramatically changed. Because it's supposed to be smaller, and therefore the hair is smaller. And not too Belle-like, she said. Now the back sure can use a fix, but before I do the back, I got to do the hair so I know where the hair goes. And excuse me, another round of wet and whistle. There it is for you to look at while okay. Where were we? Now, one of the things that I've noticed about faces that are not bearded, especially women's faces, is where that hair comes back. And I'm relatively happy with the head being out like this. So I'm just going to do a quickie here. Yeah, I was trying to tilt it a little bit. I don't know if it'll work. If the nose was here, then the eyes would be here. Therefore, we want the nose here. Therefore, we want the nose here. So instead of draw, let me erase. All right. A lot of people, what they like to do, like Dave Stetson and others who do women's faces, is they like to carve outside in. And I agree with it, but once in a while, especially this one here, Santas, I like to go inside out. And I'm just going to do this quick to figure out where the eyes and the nose will go. And then just bring this up a little bit. Now her nose is going to be much more daintier than the other noses. And we'll work with that. But I do want this. I want this turned up. Like that. That's more of a better female nose. This has got to come down. I always have issues with when I carve the bottom lip comes out farther. I'm still working on it, but then you just simply take it to, since it's sticking out, you can push it in more. Now we got a group of cedar waxwing comes by. I'm going to continue on. Now if I were to use the pencil, and the eye should be about here and here. And the mouth would be about here. We can get rid of some of the chin, and then we can get, you know, the thing is, I got a lot of female face pictures on my smartphone, which is what I'm using right now. So if we got that, we really don't need all this hair. I mean, I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean, there's more to carve, of course. I'm just getting the feel there. That hair. And of course, it also brings that brim out a little more too. This is way going back, or down, or in. Where is she? She ended. Hold on a second. Lynn? What? Where are you?
I'm over here.
Oh, okay. She's behind the van there. In the shade. Carving?
Yes.
Okay. You're still working?
I'm carving.
All right. Want to make sure you're still working.
Yes.
Now the second thing is,
Carving.
yes, I'm going to commit a little bit to the face here. If I commit to the face here, just to feel. Okay, don't get too much of that tip in there. See, by doing a semi commitment, you can always come back. Now, to tell you the truth, I'm sure there's a lot of other wood carvers out there, especially the character carvers, and say, well, geez, get a ruler and this and that, and they are right. It's just that I don't have enough. This is from, what you're seeing is from absolute, from my head. And I'll get more into the preciseness of carving, but right now this is a out in the woods, having fun, carving, whittling kind of a thing. This is. And you can see I really whacked on that. Because the hat, so I want to do this. Because the same thing here. That's a little better. All right. I'm kind of having a feeling that that face is going to be quite a bit smaller, even though this is caricature. I'm going to just round this a little bit. It's a matter of keeping a feeling. Yeah, I am going to do more female faces and other faces, but right now you're seeing how I'm seeing things one knife mark at a time, and then come back and work. And now my machine had stopped. I wonder if I'm running out of memory or something, or it's getting too hot. That is another possibility. See, I'm going to just have to keep carving and keep looking. up. And did you miss this? I was trying to commit to this so that we can commit to the back. We got this little bug that keeps bugging me. I think that's what it was. It's too much heat. Because I thought I ran out of room last time. Because I do remember this thing, when it gets hot, I don't like it. Maybe I should stop for a while. Well, actually, I can't stop for a while, to tell you the honest truth. We are almost out. This is the last carving of the day, or of the trip. Next up, going home. So I can't let that rest. Okay, now if I go this, I want to do this for the shoulder. I do have it off its plastic. I got that plastic that, that prevents you from breaking if it drops. I got that out of there. I am thinking I want more taken, and I'm going to use my pencil. See, the thing is, we're not going to put the ear in this. You could if you want. But as we know, the ear is halfway back, so we can use half of that head without having to worry about the ear. But then again, I'm going to have to finish this. I'll come back to this. Therefore, I want to use my number 11, about 10 mil, and just kind of get it started here. A little more committed. And the reason why I want to get more committed into this is because I want to bring this down to know where we can bring the hair back. Oops. Here's that brown thrasher again, or brown thrush, along with the veery. Veery almost sounds like a robin. It's a single tone robin. The robin's more flute-like. All right, continuing. Take my V. I'll take much more off in there. And we're still shutting down. I'm going to I think it's getting time to just stop, I guess. I think it's just too hot for this camera. I'm just going to take, and I just have to do this at home. There, I'm liking that. Got more face. back with our little witch gnome here, and now that we're home, I was able to figure things out. We talked about it a little bit. I mean, we'll put the hands together, and then she'll put either a wand or something in there. That does look a little too penile to me, so so we kind of agreed. And now that I'm home, I'm looking at my gnome books. If I can do this without knocking things over. This is the second book from this gentleman. And here we have some gnomes of different countries. Or here's some Native American gnomes. And you can see, yeah, sure, boobs is pretty well tucked right up underneath here. Parisian, how do you spell that? Oh, this is Burmese. There we go. Balmese. It's kind of almost tucked up. But moving along like here, this is Bushman. And they're way tucked up and they're big and tucked up. And so we're going to go this route. So it's like we're kind of on course here with this. And with another book, that was the second one, but the first one didn't really give much. I mean, there's one there. She doesn't have too much of bosom, but now this one here doesn't have hardly any, except the thing that I like about this is the little girls. It got a nice profile. I like that profile of the face. I was going to see if I can put something like that in, if I can. Meanwhile, let's get on the going here. First thing I want to do is do my knife back and get that out of there. And okay, I gotta scoot up some more and or bring this back some more, or both. Do I have my, okay. Rounding a little bit while taking that off from there. That out of there. Okay. Now how are we going to do the hands? Pencil time. Since the hands are going to be together, therefore the arm, oh that's right, she's got that. Forgot about that. The arm's going to be a little forward, or the upper arm. Bring that forward, elbow forward a bit. Again, I want to bring the shoulder back a little more. Are we still in? Keep this round. Oops, I buried the tip. I buried the tip. And we'll leave that to clean up. I want to put this in to help me figure things out. Yes, it is a detail. Oops. Oh boy. I think the war has begun. from our neighbor kids there. Lynn said when I was away somewhere and kids were hollering, and he said one of the boys shouted out, "If you're not going to be the lizard, I ain't going to play with you." What imaginations we had when we were kids. Now I'm going to bring this in a little bit because the arms and the hands are going to be difficult. They're going to be difficult because if I were to do this correctly, well, she was talking about having a something in one hand and something in the other. She wanted a wand. I don't know what she wanted in the other, so we'll just make two hands, because then that's perfect. Let's bring out my big V. Let us pretend that it is a stew by, waiting for it. Again, I'm doing all these videos together and on a vacation and all that, so when I tell you I don't have it yet, it's because I've done so many in one, and I'm going to use the side there. That helps take some of it out. There, so we got the hands together, but then that's going to be kind of interesting. How is she going to have a wand with a boob in the way there? I think that's not going to be out. I think she may have said something about a book, but I don't think she has room for a book there. We did do that. Okay. Here we go. Time to round it. Around the arm and take out some of that. Oh, I forgot to put the kink in. Kids are still playing out there. I just have a feeling one of them is going to start crying. And the other one's going to say, "I'm not. I didn't. He's lying." All right. Rounding. Oops, get out of there. Taking some of the marks off. Now these are going to be fists. I'm going to round this as well. Bring around. I hope I can get in there. Now the thing is we're going to get in there and help form the big uns there. Now we'll get back to the big uns there. While I start shaping other things. Okay, so Shall I put the hands in before I do that? Oops. No, I gotta give this a quickie here. I forgot to bring the powder over. I think I'm running low on the powder here. See how good that is. Did that help? Well, it would help if I go in the right direction. Trying to kind of round it. Now what I kind of wanted to do, because this is going to be a witch, right? So what I want to do is give her kind of a witch outfit. And I hate, you know, where it's puffy hands, puffy at the hands. I wonder if I can do that. If it's too late here, I'm going to just experiment. Yeah, it is too late to make it really puffy. Oh, excuse me, I think I need a little more over here than what I've given. Yeah. I'll take my small, be one of my small ones. Oh, no, 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 no. Where are you, one of my small? There we go. And do kind of this to it. Which is the right direction? Oh, shoot. I didn't want that to happen. Well, we're still okay. Give it a little extra. Same on this side. All right, take the knife. Well, first we'll clean this out. And, went too far, didn't pay attention. But I just want to get to the point of what I'm trying to create here. And then take our knives. Now I think I'll probably have to do this more when I'm doing detailing, but just take a little scoop here. A little scoop here, and that just gives it kind of a frill. I'll have to get it into the when I do detailing. This one might have a better chance. I'm not even too much on the downstroke here. Oops. I think I'll do some more detailing and fixing. But for now, I'm just going to give it kind of this frill. I guess next time she does this, let's bring the shoes out. Oh, oops. Let's hope I didn't take too much off on this side. But we want to have kind of pointy slippers. Semi-pointy. I can clean up later. And then I want, I think possibly more pointy. Have it up. Oh yeah, it's going to be more pointy than that. Get some of that other. Probably more shaping during the cleaning process, but as of now, at least we got it started. Okay, I suppose we can do the hand, but before I do the hand, I want to get back up to the head because there's more big chomping to do. And that's namely the hat. Pencil. Now I did put it in there. I'm gonna give her just a little bit of a brim. It's not gonna be a big witch brim because I still want this to be as gnome as possible. Oh, I don't have my left hand glove handy. But what I'm doing is I'm cutting away from the brim and more into the hat. I'm even thinking no more than what I got right there. If I use my knife instead of my chisel, as I always say, I use my, like I mentioned before, is you could use the, oh, that's got better. Just enough to start taking some away from the brim. Where's my line? There's the line right there. Yeah, that's still pretty sharp. You can see how sharp it is. Can you see that? See the reflection? That's a sharp knife. Victory over there. Or is it? Well, it is. But I think I may need one more. I always like to keep it super sharp, so it's only regular sharp right now. This feels like a relatively hard piece of wood. Still trying to get that hat back. Get it back. Now you could turn this into a regular witch, but the focus was gnome. that's really interesting that I've noticed. I notice other people, especially when they do their videos, they're carving with the knife. It looks like it's not in their hand very well. And I noticed for myself, I noticed that too. I mean, it feels, it's firm in my hand, but it almost looks like I'm not holding onto it right. Yep. We're getting there. Again, I'll do more detailing here, and I do not think I want to do any more for the brim. I mean, as far as bringing it out, what I'll do, give it another hit here, is do something like this. Give it a good 30-degree angle and clean at the same time. Bury the tip again. I clean, and while you're at it, now I don't remember who had this, which book, which of the carvers from the 90s, but likes to put this at a point, given the impression that it is thin, even though it is not. There's still going to be a little more cutting away here, like that again later. I get them out of there. Now I'll do more cleaning and detail. And that's just enough to show that it's a gnome, but it's a witch gnome. One of the things, okay, let's go back down and come back up again. But before we do that, now let's see, you can, whilst I get another guzzle here. And you listen to their victory. And now the hands are clutched in a fist. So we're going to still allow for a thumb. The tent out of there. Allowing for a thumb. Up and down. Now if we do that, I'm going to make this a little smaller. Okay, now since it comes down like this, we'll have the middle finger, the separation, same here. You know, his voice reminds me of Randy from the Christmas Story. This is the time when he got knocked down and couldn't get back up. Let's have a little bit of background noise. Oops, he almost went over. So there's the thumb. Let's go a little farther back. Trying to think which way to go so it won't break. But either which way, I think there's something. I think this thing needs, this needs sharpening, I guess. If I can just at least get it in, because I'm going to take it over with the knife. Or I can just start in with the knife. That's probably the grain. The grain goes pretty good this way. There's the thumb. And the pinky. And these hands are not going to be too perfect. Now it's going to, the thumb bows a little bit. All right. It's about about 10 to 20 degree one way. Flip it over. About a 10 and 20 degree the other way. Now there's the middle finger. Yeah. Here's the ring finger. Should be a little shorter. So it's a matter of shaping. Now the pinky. This has got to be cleaned. And if you want to, these fingers are, hand is small enough you can ignore this, but just if you get a little chip in there, nah, you don't have to waste your time. But if the hands are any bigger, put that chip in there so it separates the palm from the finger. It's a matter of shaping a hand that is squeezing. I think I got to get in there. That's more cleanup and detailing. But then we do a little bit of a scoop. And a scoop to find the knuckles. Flip it over. Now, instead of using my knife, I'm going to use no, that's not a 5, that's a big 5. Smaller, there's a sort of a large 9, and just do. And like I mentioned before, you can put something like this in. Actually, I should use my smaller chisel. Same thing on the other side. Define the thumb. I want to get into detail with my visor or clamp, then I can get in there. I'm more interested in the thumb should be in more deep. I think I lost it here. And it isn't as deep down. I'll have to get in there with my visor later to shape it. But at least we got it started here. We got it started. Okay. Bring the down into a better grasp, and then separate. Getting there. Now we do for the knuckle scoop. Oops, too deep. I want to shape the hands a little more. Does it need a little more shaping? There, and then let's get rid of this pudginess. Yeah, I think it's still worth putting a separation dent, so separation between the palm and the finger. Pull that out. Same thing. In, middle, in. Lots of cleaning and a picking. Lots of cleaning and a picking. Holy smoly. My detail picking knife. And then I'll be putting in some shadows. Yeah, I'm just going to get other tools in there. Okay, let's round this off some more. I think that'll be a lot easier to clean in the center if I make some more separation there. Same with the thumb. Now these don't have to be overly perfect because, well, they're just kind of like a round ball. In this case, I'm going to do human figures, the female figures, and it's not like this. That's supposed to be the caricature of the Scandinavian gnome. I always hate that, the sound of scrapage. You put the knife down and you push and it just scrapes on top. It just shifts on top. It doesn't cut, even the sound of it. I'm just doing a little bit of a, getting close to the neck there. See what kind of shaping I need to do. All right. So it's kind of interesting. It's like, you guys, when you carve women with the big boobs and stuff like that, and other carvers will say, well, what does the wives think about that? Well, in this case, it was the wife that wanted this way. Which I'll be doing more digging here when it comes to the head. Uh-oh. Did I just do that? Well, she's a witch. Okay, we are, except, well, there's the hair. There's the head. This has been bothering me. I'm going to do this quick. Even though we're not ready for the face yet. That's been bothering me. Okay, I want to, before we get to the head, I want to still shape these up here. Now she is kind of round, so I don't know if we would really give her too much of a girly figure. I mean, I'd still like to have it where there's kind of a back, and then you got the back side, and then get the butt rather, and then sticking out, and everything else falls into place. So maybe just a little extra here. Just an extra dent right here. I'm not sure about how much wrinkle I want to put in. I'm not sure what she's going to have I don't remember what the color was. We're trying to get out of the black. For some reason, everybody's doing black witches and black pilgrims, and we've been doing the autumn colors. We've been noticing them in some of those old paintings of pilgrims. Actually, more newer pictures. Older pictures have them in black and the buckle and all that stuff. So we're rounding this. Not only rounding, but getting some good shadowing in there. Oops. Check the direction of the green. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that's good enough for that. Whoops. Sorry. Did I give you a smack? Now I'm gonna do the hair quick. And I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do, instead of sand, I'm just gonna do the chisel. Just a little up here, little up here. Make sure it's rounded. And the thing is, I believe her hair is going to be painted black. So it's not going to matter too much. And if I use a knife, I'm going to leave the front alone. I'll come back to it. I think I did, because I might do some more shaping. Now what I'm going to do is, you heard the lunch bird call out. I'm going to take a stop and have lunch, and then we'll finish the braids and the face. And here, well, here, before I go, let's do this. I like to get some things done so that there's much done, but then I'm getting not only hungry but a little tired, and I don't want to keep pushing. So again, when we use our chisel, in this case, I'm just going to barely touch it, and we're going to have this end up and this end out. Am I still in? All right, now I'm going to do the same. Oh, here. Do the same here with this chisel. I think maybe that might be enough. Well, when I do detail and clean it up, I'll put more of a separation. Right now, if I can at least get this going. Just a little bit of clean it up to make sure it's still rounded. And what you want to do here, this is going to be a big cut, big cut. There we go. I think we'll go maybe a little deeper here. There we go. Because we want some nice shadowing there. Some nice shadowing. And I think I did the same over here. I hope I did. But what we need to do is a little more chip carving. I can do this without breaking it. Come on. Yeah, I think I broke some of it. Again, details. Detailing will get that together. And like I said, it'd be a little bit of this kind of a thing. Hopefully I can. We go in just a little separation, but I don't think I will do that much. Let's get a nice round up. Oops, I hate that. The scraping. Maybe I can probably do this. What the heck are they doing out there? And I'll work more with this when we start working with the head. I think a little more shaping here. And I think my knife needs to be sharpened. This will be a good time to do that. Well, I'm going to take a break. And we'll be right back. Here's the thus far of everything. And you'll get a better picture, of course, of the picture you have in your hand right now. Is that a crack? Is that a cut? Anyways, there we are. All right, be back. All right, I'm back, and before I get into the face, I'm just going to do one of these pigtails here. You get an extra clean, which is ready-ish. Okay, now, this is what I learned from maybe I should remember the name before I start talking about it. But he's the Indian woodsman carver from Oklahoma. Anyways, what he does is first put the center line, and you need to do this little Z like this, or zigzag. Oops, I may have went too far. And then continue this way. Continue up. His name is just at the tip of my tongue, for crying out loud. And then we go here, here, and then we go here. Wait a second, what's not right? Oh, and that's why. Here to here. Now we should have a band. Like that. Now not going to make it as, you can make it more tighter if you want. In this particular case, I just want to keep things rolling. I'm going to do take a V to all of the markings. Now I think, as I said, my smaller V is not sharp. Let's see if that's true. Or maybe just because of this. Something's not right, so it's supposed to be this one here. Yeah, it's not working too well as I wanted to. I think if I go up, it works okay. If I go down this way, it's okay. Okay, now that we got them in, it'll look clean to get that. Now I just sharpened my knife too. Let me verify here. Yeah, nice reflection, and then we do this, and kind of rounding it more, so it's about a 30-degree angle. Oh, the cat sees a bird. Is it the big bird? No, I don't see him. So I'm just kind of starting to bring these out. Is the whole idea. And a little bit of roundness to it. I guess I'll come back to the roundness. Just a little bit of roundness. Look what I did to the arm. Now, next thing is I want to take a little chip out here, so that'll round it more. And that's the purpose, is just to kind of round it a little bit. Depends on how much detail you want to put into it. And it's the same with on the side. So you're trying to get the roundness going. Let me clean this up here. Same with on this side. Now I'm going to go in. Careful. Now bring that at an angle, because this is the band that is holding it together. All the way around. I was thinking about painting that orange. Hope we have an orange. Well, whatever she wants to paint it. Whatever Lynn wants to paint it, and you can get as tight as you can. And let's get a little bit of shadow in there. And again, it's about cleanup. Boy, it is really, I don't know why it's so scrappy, scrudgy. I am not doing a good job at this. And continue to round off, and then here's the hair ending. Oops. Let's fix that. It is really not that. I mean, the process is there. It's just that, wow, I am really doing a bad job. I mean, just, I cut, and then it comes out all really scrappy. Well, we move on. And I'm not going to do the other one. I'll do the other one, but I'm not going to do it with you here. One of the quick things I want to do now, she does have kind of this blocky figure. I want to get a little bit of figure in there, kind of, sort of. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Why is this piece so scrudgy? Jeez. I'll have to clean it up. Okay, like I said, I just want to get just an extra dent in here. Actually up here. Oh, I gotta sharpen this tool also. A little bit of roundness here. There we go. Alrighty, put this little dent in there so it's like she's not a big block. Alright, have you look at the back while I the drink. Now, as the day goes on, it's getting a little warmer. I had to turn the air off, and all right. I want to have another look at that face. See, here's the older looks more more scratchy, but there looks more smooth. And I need to, I'll put that right here. Not on my glasses. Hopefully right there. But I don't think that's going to work. Other book. All right, let's see what happens. I do want to start with the profile. And it's gonna cut this way down. And this is gonna go way in. As a matter of fact, they're getting better. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I hope I didn't bury them with some of my round tools here. And I want to go up here so it's a nice clean angle instead of straight up like a Santa Claus. And then while I have this here, I'll take that right here. Upside down, just like I said, this is number 9. Upside down this way. She does have big cheeks. There we go. Hoping to keep that. Same thing on the other side. Same thing. A little bit of rounding. Get things going on the fin. Where does that get out of there? Break the nose. Okay, I didn't. Oh, let's sharpen it just a little bit. So it isn't too flat. Okay, now since she's got the big cheeks, her bigger cheeks, about a 45-degree angle here. Now, because I want to actually, no, it's like about here. And I am going to take one of my round tools. Well, here. This is a number 5. Let's see, is this going to do me? And I want to get that center up. Oops, you cut off a little bit of the cheek. Yes, I did. Let's match this one. Let's get this down then. So much for rounding that. Let's bring this down more. I'll round it later. It's just a matter of keep going back and forth. Where's my number 7 again, or 5? All right. Clean the eyes out one more time. Or the eye socket again. Bringing this up. So the eye, if I were to put in the eye pupil here and about here, there for the mouth. Here. Now I want to take and press down. Let's look at that profile. Oops. She's been chewing some bark here. There we go. Now I want to do, how can I do this? So let's just start with the number 5. And come up. Come up. When you're starting to do the mouth, now we can put the little extra in here around the nose, but when you start doing the mouth, you don't want to pry in any of these little boogers that are hanging out. You gotta let's at least get that started. I think we can clean that up a little later. Oh, I'm sorry, that should be a little higher. There we go, keeping that. Keeping that cheek there. Just a little around this. Still got the cheek and let's round it a little bit more. Same with on the other side. Make sure I gotta get the nose here. That's where I goofed up. And then we're bringing the top, upper lip up. The lip at about a 45-ish. Bottom lip, again about a 45, really wide. There we go. Now, 45, 45. Starting to look good. Then 45 this angle. It's got to end right at where the eyeball is. Or actually before, the bottom lip is before. So it's no longer, if you make it pretty wide, you don't want it wider than the eye. Sorry about that. Oops, I may have taken off a little more than I could chew, but again, do not pry when you're doing the lips. If you got a little booger in there, take it off with your knife. And really a nice bow here. And then what happens is this should begin to disappear this way. And this part of the lips disappear this way. At the same time that it disappears this way. Disappears this way. There we go. We'll bring this in just a little more. Yeah, the cheek is still a little too much on this side, but now that tells me that I got a little more head to work with. There we go, quite a bit of chin to work with. There we go. So I'm doing this to put some power in there. As things get a little more tighter, more difficult to get in there. All right, let's get in here. Shape the head one more time. Just a little bit of a turn to get those cheeks in there. And I want to get rid of this kind of stuff here. There. Kind of a turn here. I want to go just a little bit deeper here, just a little bit. And I think I'm going to leave it as is. Now I want to dig here a little bit because, like I said, I'll get a little bit of a neck in there. The indication that she does have a neck. Just a little bit of a turn. Again, I need more cleaning in here. I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're coming close to an end here. Oh, I was going to dig down on this side here. Careful, I may have dented. There's a little bit of a neck. Do this here in the dress. Separate the dress. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I am going to, what I'll do is like I said, there's quite a bit of cleaning up to do. And this is going to be one of them. Like I said, I just don't want too much of a brim. Just a hint of a brim. Oh, I'm going to, should we put the eyes in? I suppose we can put some eyes in. And I'm going to have to shut this down and go get my visor. All right, coming back, well, while I was getting my visor, I thought I'd go do a bathroom break, and while I was downstairs, I thought, well, let's do the wand. And that's this actually was a 1/8 dowel, or was a 1/8 dowel, and I smoothed it up with the stick, smoothed the stick up with the knife, because I wanted to give it the carved look instead of the, you know. And so what I had to do, I had to get into that thumb there. The thumb had to come back. So I didn't have much of a chance to clean it, but I will later. All right. Let's just get straight to the eyes. Now what I'm gonna do is, this isn't gonna be regular eyes. I'm gonna do some more character eyes, or I'm gonna come down like this, come down like this, and have this nice this kind of a thing. You can use a regular eye if you want. I just got the visor, but I gotta get up here. Where are you? Here, my detailing knife now. Here we go. Where are you? I know it's not close enough. If I don't bang my head, my visor on there. Okay, so like I said, you take the knife and a nice firm, where are you, firm, straight down, a little bit of curve there, a little bit of curve here, straight down onto the knife. I think I might need it a little higher, but I'll find out later. A little bit of curve here. Now the curve, I gotta do this opposite curve and then come down here. I think I got it backwards, but. And then we do the press. Press. Are we still in? Usually when it's upside down, I'm not in. Oh, what's this here? I didn't notice that. How's that going to affect the face? I think I need a little more of this. Okay, I still need to go on the side a little more after I get the eye in. I have to bring the sides back. We did do all 4 sides. Okay, we bring the, where are you? Up and then down. A little extra high pitched sound is me wheezing for some reason. I got that. Now what I'll do is just a little bit of rounding and rounding so we can get, not only does it go with the eye a little bit, there we want, where's the, I got too much shadow there. Same with the side. I'm trying to take the pencil mark off, and hopefully I can just get a little bit. I don't think I can this time because the cheek is up. Do a little bit clean here while we're at it. Okay, now, before I put the eyelids in, I'm going to bring this back a bit. Are we still in? I think it's still stretch this out a little bit. Now I'm going to take, that's upside down, I'll just give it an extra. There, I'm going to take my to get my tiny, here you look at them, had her for a while. I need my tiny, oh it's right here. Oh goodness, whatever. 1 mil of V. Probably close to dockyard size. Now, despite the fact that she's a witch, and she is probably an older, I still don't want her to be ugly, or as much. So when you put in the upper eyelid, and I would leave it alone too, and not, I mean, my Santa, you would take your knife and you dig deeper down. I don't want to do that. So clean this. And just a little bit of this. I think my bigger knife will do better. Bringing the eyebrow out. And at the same time, where's that number 5? Let's see if that'll do this, if that'll do what we want here. I think it's just a little deeper. And again, you'll see a lot of crap here and there. I'll have that cleaned out. See, at the tip is, even at the tip is when the slope begins. Yeah, we'll keep that then. We'll keep that. Oh, I may have put a little dent in there. Well, you know, except for cleaning up, and this is and that's is. I think we're pretty well done. You know, this is right there, and oh, I got plenty to go. I got way plenty to go now. I always put these visors on when it's time to clean out, and I'm just gonna stop right there. I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of odds and ends that I can do to this, but I'm just gonna have to leave it alone. Little touches up here and there, little touches up there. Shape the face a little more this way. All right, that's where we leave it. Where's the wand? There we go. That's where we're going to set it. That's it there. We had a little little discussion. She said, "Oh, I want a broom in there too." She's holding a broom. She says, "No, you don't know that her boobs are in the way. We'll give her a breast reduction." I says, "No, that's a good gnome right there." And as I always say, if you start something and you keep playing and playing and it just doesn't work, and you keep playing, and then until you realize what's the best it's going to do. If only I had more wood over here instead of over there, and that's when you start over again. And I know a lot of people, they don't like to have to start over again. But maybe next time you do a female face or whatever you goof up on, you'll do whatever you goofed up this time, and you'll fix it next time. I don't think she's too bad. Except I gotta finish that. Is good. I'm done. Cut, print, there you are. Just in time. She just came home.